Welcome back to my Blues Connected franchise here on Madden 19. Last episode, we recapped the first season. We went over the stats, we went over the end of season awards, and we also signed 2 key free agents. Austin Hooper on offense, and we signed Miles Jack on defense. In this episode, it will be the 2020 NFL Draft, but quickly before I get into the draft, I want to spend some experience points on some players. I want to show off a couple of them, like Daniel Griffith. I want to show off DJ Chark and Pat Lindsley. I don't really care about the other guys. Like, I'll upgrade them, but I don't want to show that on camera as much. So Daniel Griffith, 75 overall. What I've been doing is trying to go into like elusive back or power back or whatnot, just to get, you know, his running stats up, because he's already a great pass catcher. 79 catching, 76 short route running. I'm perfectly fine with both of those. I just want him to be a better running back in general. So going into elusive back here, we got 4 upgrade points. 2 to spin move, 1 to juke, 1 to elusiveness. Let's go into receiving back. Let's see what this can actually get up. Only 2 things. We got a catching and juke move. That's not too bad. I'm going to go into elusive back one more time. He's going to be a 78 overall running back. Plus 2 to awareness, plus 2 to spin move. Did not get a speed upgrade, but that is okay. He's looking like a better running back, though. We can also upgrade DJ Chark, the team's #1 wide receiver from this past year. Probably slot is the go-to, because slot gets up a lot of important stats. I've been saying that all year. It's going to get up 4 here. We got 2 to catch in traffic, 1 to catching, medium route running, and short route running. Go back into slot. It usually gets the overall up. It didn't in that case, but it typically does. 3 to short route running, not too bad at all. It's going to be a 75 overall. He also has star dev, which is cool to see. And then Pat Lindsley, only have 1 experience point. I like getting his pass coverage up, but he's already pretty good at his zone coverage. 76 zone, 70 man. Let's go into run stopper. Make him an 83 overall. Probably the best rookie redrafted from this past year. 1 to a bunch of different stats. I see hit power in there, which is quite nice. I'll upgrade everybody else at another time. I just wanted to show off those first 3 guys. So now we can enter in to the 2020 NFL Draft. A lot of you guys, I guess I shouldn't say a lot, a few of you guys were with me with my first pick. They want me to select, you guys wanted me to select this cornerback. I'll just remind you who it is, if you guys forgot. Watts Oglesby. His combine is ridiculous. He looks like a great player. He's actually supposed to be a mid-first rounder. I don't have to trade up super far, but it also is not very hard to trade up far at all, so I can probably still get away with it. I think I'm going to try to trade up probably with the Texans. I just want to make sure I get him. I don't think he's going to go before then, but before I do that as well, I want to give you guys one other player that you guys suggested I should pick. A lot of you guys were saying I should pick Hanson Brayton. Just honestly because of his throw power. A+ throw power. Not the best throw accuracy short. B is actually really good. I shouldn't say that. B- throw accuracy mid I wish was better. But I mean still, A+ throw power. I guess I should go with him. I wasn't sure if you guys were too, you know, big on Nick Mullins starting again. And it seems like a couple of you weren't. So I think the plan right here is to trade up to number 3 to try to get Watts Oglesby. Let me at least look at the Cowboys and the Bills before I do that, because if they're in like a huge need for cornerback, then maybe they won't do that. I doubt the Cowboys are, though. So for some reason, it says the Cowboys need a cornerback as their number 3 need, but their cornerback core is very good. No chance they take a cornerback. The other team I have to look at is the Bills. The Bills have pretty decent corners, I want to say. They're decent, yeah, I could say that much. Travis White is a beast. The other guys aren't that great, but Levi Wallace is a 71. I feel like he... Didn't I create this franchise sort of recently? I feel like his overall should be higher. Whatever. The thing is, the Bills don't need a cornerback, you know, if you look at their team needs. So I think I can trade up with the Texans. Let's do that. Hopefully draft Watts Oglesby then. I don't even think the Texans would take him, but like I mentioned earlier, it's really not that difficult to trade up. So let's see. If we can give him... I'm trying to get away with giving them a second rounder and then a player. So let me see who I can give up. I got a trade to go through with the Texans. I'm giving them Brody Culmer, who was absolutely terrible for us, so I really don't mind getting rid of him. A second rounder this year and a 4th rounder next year for the 3rd overall pick. I didn't really want to give up anything next year, but it's not the biggest deal because I can probably trade one of my later picks to get a draft pick next year. So 1st overall, it is going to be Malcolm Hammond, right end out of Auburn, and then the Bills are going with Watts Oglesby. Are you serious? They drafted him at number 2. It was supposed to be mid-first round. No. Okay, well now we have the 3rd overall pick. Ah, that's so annoying. We could go with a defensive end, I guess. I mean, I'm here. Banks Mims looks really good. I might have to pull the trigger on one of them, I guess. I said Ty Foot was going to be really good, and he still does look really good, but maybe Mims looks a little better. 4.81 speed. Foot has 4.81 speed as well, so they're actually the same. Oh, that's so frustrating. I can't believe the Bills selected him number 2 overall. There's no other good cornerbacks, right? Yeah, all these other corners look so bad. That's so annoying. I did not expect him to go so early. Crap. I'm worried now about Hanson Brayton. He's supposed to be a mid-first rounder. Should I just go with him now then, just to make sure I get him? Because a lot of you guys wanted me to select him. Also, a couple of you guys wanted me to select Oglesby, so I'm really sorry I wasn't able to get him. Maybe we can try to orchestrate a trade with the Bills or something, because it is really annoying. I still do have Chandler Sen. They'll probably be interested in him. I'm going to go with Hanson Brayton here, though. I really don't think he's going to be that good, but he will still start. 78 overall, quick development, 96 throw power. That's really why we drafted him. Alright, so he has like no speed on him. 67 speed, 62 acceleration. He's just going to be a pocket passer, and hopefully he's good at it. OJ Latimer just went too. You gotta be kidding me. He was supposed to be a late first rounder. Oh my god. I hate the NFL draft so much sometimes in this game. That is so annoying. Why did he go? Alright, well I still have a right tackle I could go with. I definitely want to select an offensive lineman. I might try to trade for him too. This isn't fair, man. Oh, that's so unfortunate. How did he go too? He was supposed to be a late first rounder. He's an 82 overall. I knew that guy was going to be a beast too. Alright, Jatarian Sharpton. You're supposed to be a late first rounder, but I'm going with you now. 78 overall. Quick development. He's not bad, but I am really upset that I couldn't get those first 2 guys I wanted. Middle linebacker just went out of Ohio State. 78 overall there. With our next pick here, let's just keep going on our draft board. I have a free safety who I can snag. Looks pretty slow, but he really isn't that bad. I have another offensive lineman who I do want. Let's see, who are you? 4.63 speed, actually looks great. He's 6'4". I kind of want to go with this guy down here, honestly. I don't really care if he's any worse, but 6'4". Man, okay, this is actually a tough decision. I want this guy as well. I definitely want Miles Gregory. He's supposed to be a mid-second rounder. There's no chance he goes in the first round. So I think then I'm going to take a safety. So it's between AJ Gross or Malcolm Hudson. I really want Hudson just because of his size. Honestly, he looks like an absolute stud. B- zone coverage as well. I'm going with him. 80 overall. Quick development. 6'4". 84 speed. Wow. Okay, I thought you were going to be faster than that. This draft has not been that great so far. I gotta be real. At least that guy was an 80 overall. I mean, I guess it could have been worse. So let's go back to the draft board here. Probably select this offensive lineman. That's definitely the look, I think. Miles Gregory, welcome to the team. 80 overall, quick development. This guy's looking nice. One of them's gonna play left tackle. One of the tackles we drafted will definitely be starting at left. We are now in the second round. Let's see who's available. I think I want this Ace McPherson guy like really badly. He looks super fast. 4.34 speed. I definitely want him. Welcome to the team. 75 overall, right? Okay, so he's not a great overall. 94 speed. Was expecting a little faster. 87 acceleration, 85 catching. Where's his elusiveness? Is that on that page? No. 83 kick return, not too bad. Not the greatest elusiveness. Honestly, though, he will probably be the kick returner. Alright, so I have a middle linebacker, a left outside linebacker, with the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th round picks left. Okay, so who do I have later? I have a center I can get later, a cornerback later, another wide receiver. Okay, so I definitely have some depth later. I actually want this guy like really badly. I think I'll try to take him in like the 5th round. Maybe 4th round. Honestly, if he's still there in the 4th round, I might just have to snag him there. Move him like up to here. I don't want him yet. I want Marcus Porter, I think, though. Marcus Porter kind of looks like a beast. I think he can play outside linebacker really, really well. Let's go with him. 76 overall, normal development. Supposed to go in the 2nd round. 80 speed, 86 tackling, 84 block shed, 86 hit power, 88 pursuit is nice. 64 zone coverage kind of sucks, but that's okay. We are entering the 4th round. Who is still available? Trey Reinhardt just went, tight end out of California. Do we have anyone supposed to go in the 4th round? We do. Lewis Grant. We don't really need a left tackle. He looks pretty good. He's also 6'8". Okay. So the reason why I sort of don't want to go with Eduardo Butler now is because, like, these guys won't be there, and that is for certain. But is that even a big deal? Let me see. Because there's a center here who could come in and play. Pretty bad combine grade, though. I don't really think he's going to be that good. Here's a cornerback. Again, doesn't look too good. There's a wide receiver. It doesn't look fantastic, doesn't look bad, but doesn't look that great. Or there's this left tackle. I'm going with the tight end. He's going to be a beast. 77 overall, normal development. Supposed to go in the first round. What are your stats all about, my dude? 82 speed, 81 catching, 85 acceleration. This guy's going to be an excellent backup tight end. Well, you're in the 5th round, and there are only like 6th round players left. I think Benjamin Leslie is the obvious pick here. He looks like the best by far out of all these guys. I actually really want this quarterback too. Early 6th rounder. I'm not going to be able to get him. Like, I really want Trey Schultz just because of his speed, but Leslie's actually going to be a starter, and he's going to be a beast. I really do want Trey Schultz, though. Maybe I can try to snag him in a trade too. Let's go with Leslie. 75 overall, but he has star dev. That was a great pick. It's annoying that the hold A to reorder thing is there. I can't see his pass block. 75, is that what that says? Decent run block. Actually, pretty good run block. I think that's 83. Run block power, 82. Alright, this guy's a beast. He's going to play. Come on, Trey Schultz. Be available. I know you're going to be horrible, but I want you for your speed. There's no way you're here. Come on. No, he got selected. Okay, I think I'm going to trade away this draft pick just to try to snag one of these guys then in the 7th round. I don't need them both. Let's trade this one away. Maybe try to get a 4th rounder or 5th rounder next year. Just 6th rounders. That's really all that's going to be offered here. There's a 4th rounder next year. That's actually 6 rounders this year. I bet I was misinterpreting that, but I'll take the 4th next year from the Cowboys. And now we can select one of those running backs, unless there's someone else who fell all the way to the 7th round. Let's see. Anybody in the top here who looks pretty good? A couple quarterbacks left. I could snag a quarterback here. 4.86 speed. Not terrible. 4.82 speed. Let me just look through the quarterbacks. Let's see if I can find a really fast one. There aren't any quarterbacks who are like extremely fast left, so I'm not going to really worry about that. Let's go with one of these running backs I had on my draft board. Who's faster? 4.46, quite good. 4.48, Maxie Pearson. 72 overall, normal development, but he has 91 speed. He's not like super fast, but I think he makes for the fastest running back on this team, if I'm not mistaken. So now let's take a look at the draft recap. We did draft well, even though I missed the 2 best players in the draft, in my opinion. I knew those guys were going to be great, but I thought trading up to number 3 was going to be enough, but apparently it wasn't. And then I also thought drafting at number 12 was going to be enough. They literally both got taken 1 pick before I drafted. It's so frustrating. But we have a starting quarterback now, a starting right tackle or left tackle. I'll decide which one I want playing where, later. But a starting tackle, a starting safety, a starting tackle on the other side. Probably a slot wide receiver, or maybe the number 2. And then I'll move Deshaun Hamilton to be the full-time slot. I don't know yet. Marcus Porter, probably starting outside linebacker. Backup tight end. Probably a starting guard. And then a backup running back. So I think this is a pretty successful draft. But let's see those guys I missed out on. How fast did you end up being? 93 speed. Not as bad as I thought. He does have quick dev. 6'2". I think I'm going to try to trade for him if I can. And then the guard. This one's going to hurt. He's probably so good. 82 with quick. 21 years old. 95 strength. I want to try to trade for him too, honestly. I'm sorry if this is cheesy, but I'm so pissed off. I just barely missed out on those guys. Hopefully I can at least trade for one of them. I made it work. I was able to trade for Watts Oglesby. I am sorry if you guys don't really approve of this, but I need him on this team. It'll make the series so much more interesting if I can have a star number 1 cornerback who can fly. I really, really wanted to draft Oglesby, and I did not expect the Bills to take him at number 2. That kind of just shows that the projection the player has on the draft board, it means nothing, because cornerback wasn't even one of their top needs. Their cornerback core wasn't great, but it was not one of their top needs. And he was supposed to go in the mid-1st round, and he went the 2nd overall pick. Whatever. We have him now on the team. AJ Gardner is departing us. Feels kind of bad, but he is very slow. Honestly, I'm not too much. I'm not too upset about that. Chandler Sen is finally gone. Can't wait to do that. And then a 3rd rounder next year was also expended. Now, let's see if I can trade for that guard. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this Latimer guy, which definitely sucks. I don't want to give up any more draft picks. But that is quite a shame. I might try to trade Colton Miller, though, for another draft pick. I was not able to trade for that Schultz guy either. He was actually pretty difficult to trade for. He got drafted by the Colts, and he was a 71 overall. I'll let you guys know his speed in a second. I actually didn't check it yet. But I will be he'll be signing a quarterback in free agency. I'm going to go with Adrian Larson. Actually looks pretty good, and he's also very fast. So he will be one of the backup quarterbacks. And then this team is pretty much done. I'll show you what the team looks like. I also did not trade Colton Miller yet. I'm going to let that up to you. Leave that up to you, I guess. Should I trade Colton Miller for some draft picks? He had some interest in some teams. I can also move him around on the offensive line, getting more interest. And then I can also just find somebody else to play center. It won't be that hard. But this is pretty much what the team is going to look like, unless you guys suggest any further moves. The quarterback will be Hanson Brayton. 6'7" rookie out of Ohio State with a cannon. 96 throw power. Hopefully he's good. Daniel Griffith will once again be the running back. DJ Chark, Ace McPherson, Deshaun Hamilton will be the wide receivers. Also, regarding the experience points, I will spend these at the start of next episode. Not yet, though. The offensive line is going to be Miles Gregory, who's a captain. DeAndre Thurmond, who didn't play too well last year, but I'll give him another shot. Colton Miller, who was terrible. He's very, very, up in the air, whether or not I'm going to keep him on the team. We have Benjamin Leslie, star development right guard. And then we also have Jatarian Sharpton, one of our first-round draft picks. Austin Hooper and Eduardo Butler will be the tight ends. I'm excited for Butler. I think he's going to be a beast one day. I want to try to get the ball to him a lot if possible. And then on defense, we have the strong safety, Malcolm Hudson starting. 6'4", very slow, but not that big of a deal. Lerone Cooper moved over to free safety. He has star development. I think he did the whole time. Marcus Porter, rookie middle linebacker, slid to outside linebacker, 80 overall over there. Miles Jack, one of the newest acquisitions to this team, starting at middle. Pat Lindsley playing left outside linebacker. Watts Oglesby, we just traded for him. He's starting at number 1 corner. 93 speed, 93 agility, 83 man coverage. One of the fastest players on the team. Hopefully he can lock up in man. Carlton Davis still has a starting job. Rashard Robinson slides down to the slot. Buck Snyder and Carroll Phillips will be your edge rushers. Special teams, Daniel Carlson, the kicker, Ross Fury, the punter. Daniel Griffith will be the starting kick and punt returner with Ace McPherson, the second kick returner, if he ever gets the ball, which he probably will quite a bit. On the specialist slide here, Miles Jack, Pat Lindsley, the 2 sub linebackers who will be getting most of their time playing. I think Hudson is the safety. Let me actually make sure that Porter is the 3rd sub linebacker. Yeah, Hudson's a safety. Let me make sure that Porter is the 3rd sub linebacker. There we go. So now, let's keep going over this. Hold on. So we have, at sub linebacker, Miles Jack, Pat Lindsley, Marcus Porter, Rashard Robinson, slot corner. I don't think the backup slot corner matters all that much. Carroll Phillips, rush left end. Buck Snyder, rush right end. Maurice Hurst, rush defensive tackle. Carroll Phillips went off in like a 6-game span that we had, so I want him starting at rush left end for the entire season. Hopefully, if he starts playing really badly, maybe I'll put in Arden Key, or maybe if he gets hurt, Arden Key will come in. Ace McPherson, slot wide receiver, Daniel Griffith, 3rd down running back, and then Gus Edwards, the power halfback. The team is a 76 overall, much better from last year. We upgraded in many, many different positions. But definitely let me know if you think I should make any more moves. I want to apologize once again for missing out on those 2 players, OJ Latimer and Watts Oglesby. At least we got Oglesby on the team. I think he's more important. Even though Latimer was a higher overall, it'll be more interesting to have a freak at cornerback than it would to have a freak at offensive line. We also have some decent guards anyway, so not terribly in need for Latimer, but I definitely wanted to still try to get him. I am pissed off I was not able to. Let me know once again if you think I should trade Colton Miller or trade anyone else on this team, really. But thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the end of the first season here. We are going to be starting the next season, season number 2. The next episode of this, we will take on the Chargers. Hopefully we can come out strong this year. But if you guys did end up enjoying, please leave a like on the video. Definitely helps me out. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.